As you heard Corey allude to at the top of the show, at the top of the program here, there's a new phrase going around the on the Packers internet regarding yours truly, calling me a 50-year-old weirdo. And a lot of people ask, what's that about? What is this about? Like, why is this a thing? And some people understand where it's coming from. People know the quote from one Pat McAfee on his program the other day, I believe on Monday. And I just wanted to kind of draw out the narrative here because I've had a lot of people ask me about it. And I find it's probably just simplest if I lay it out here, the entire genesis of this, where we've culminated to with me being called a 50-year-old weirdo on the biggest sports program going. Well, I just want to let's go back. Let's set the Wayback Machine for Pat McAfee on his program this past spring when we were in the throes of leverage gate. Like, who had the leverage, the Jets or the Packers, when it came to the Aaron Rodgers trade? And, you know, everybody had an opinion, including Pat, and he went pretty hard for his boy Aaron Rodgers in attacking Brian Gutekunst. You can't put it any other way. Let's roll the clip.
The reasons why two very smart people and very good negotiators have not been able to figure it out.
Who's the smart person?
You mean as far as negotiating, like in this negotiation?
Yeah, who are they?
Joe Douglas and Brian Gutekunst.
Oh, Gutekunst, we're just automatically assuming he's a smart person?
I mean, I think
Joe Douglas is proved as Gutekunst.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's an interesting, right? I think.
I think he's pretty. I think he's an NFL general manager. Those guys.
Jordan
Oh
Love,
yeah, there've never been shitty fucking general managers.
Jordan Love pick is a good one. Probably.
We'll find out. I mean, we don't.
No, we don't.
We have no idea, right?
And that's the other thing is like, you know, I've talked to plenty of Packers people who really like Jordan Love and are optimistic, but they know what is the truth. I think you do not know. You like.
Yeah, you have no idea.
no clue.
They're trading Aaron Rodgers, and when the lights come on, they think he's going to be good, but the reality is you simply don't know.
Okay, I assume Gutekunst is a smart human. He's a general manager for an NFL team.
Got there.
But just being like, well, we got two really good negotiators. Is like, do we know that?
So, of course, Joe Douglas is proven, I think, because he drafted some good players. Not like Brian Gutekunst hasn't drafted Jair Alexander, Rashawn Gary, Elton Jenkins, and now it's looking like Jordan Love. Like, the list goes on. So, drafting
Ian
good players.
Rappaport is like, he does not know. He's like, I don't want to touch any of this.
I don't want to touch this. Right. Totally.
What?
Totally.
So funny.
100%. So that happened, right? And that really got under my skin because I like Pat. I respect Pat. I think Pat does a great job. I think he's done incredible stuff with his program, mostly because he's usually really up and positive and a force for good and tends to be a lot of fun. And that particular clip is so spiteful, and it's so clear that he's been told these things by Aaron Rodgers. Like, of course, well, which is fine. Like, Aaron's on his program. That's his meal ticket. I get it, right? So fast forward to the season has begun, and the Packers aren't doing so well. Tough little run there, that 4-game losing streak. And after the Vikings game, not only did they have this little discussion on their program about the Packers and where they were sitting, but they tweeted out on their social, Packers fan vibe check. Funny how that hasn't happened since the Packers won 3 of the last 4, but I digress. So here's what he had to say while the Packers were stinking.
Now we're sitting in the time where it's Gutekunst's baby. The coach that he hired, LaFleur.
Yep.
The quarterback he drafted when he traded up is now the quarterback. The free agents that they brought in, his free agents. The wide receivers, his free agents. Now, they won't give the damn ball to Aaron Jones, seemingly. I don't know why that is. But he brought in A.J. Dillon. This is their team now. This is the next generation of the Green Bay Packers. Tough one to the Vikings yesterday. And it feels like the vibes from you Packers fans are at an all-time low right now. Is that accurate? And how do we get out of this? And what does the future look like?
Yeah, all-time low for sure. I go into Sundays now where it's like I'll still watch the games, but like the expectation is that the Packers are going to lose. The game's going to be incredibly boring, and it's going to be very, very frustrating. 5 weeks in a row now where they haven't scored a first-half touchdown, which is just insane. I don't know how the hell that happens.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's
your offenses have always been good. Haven't
They have always been
Green
good.
Bay, they've always.
Long time.
Long time.
Oh,
Offense has always been very good. It's always like the other side.
Always been good. And then again, I feel like such an asshole.
Wait, Aaron Nagler told me. What do you? He told me. What do we mean?
Well, that's
What did he tell you?
people.
Well, he said that Gutekunst got a vision and all this stuff, and me questioning whether or not Gutekunst was a great GM or not. Still wondering if he's great and having the opportunity to prove it. I got slaughtered by Packers fans for wondering if maybe this decision doesn't work out, how will everybody be judged over there whenever they were the ones forcing that old hippie out of the building? And remember, I'm just saying that because we obviously carry the water for Aaron Rodgers and everything like that.
I mean, you do carry the water for Aaron Rodgers, Pat. You know this. That's not a secret, right? So, my name. He knows my name. Funny, like there, he knew my name. So, Thanksgiving week arrives. The Packers on national television put a hurting on the Detroit Lions. Look good doing it. One more day later, the Jets looking awful. Funny how he's always talking about Gutekunst. It's never about Joe Douglas. No, Joe Douglas was proven, remember? Proven to be horrible, yeah. So then I just put up that clip from the past spring where he's going after Gutekunst, and I just said, I'm here if you need to talk, man. That's all. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And so Monday, we got this.
It gives you a lot of hope, I think, as a Packers fan.
Yeah, I think so too. And as you watch it, and some 50-year-old weirdo who's a fan for the Packers recycled a clip from me talking about as I misspoke whenever I said, "Is Guti a smart man?"
Sure.
I don't care if he's a smart man. Is he a smart GM though?
Right.
Is he? I asked that question to Rappaport back in the summer. I think way back before the season in March, in spring. I said, "Is he proven to be a smart GM? Has he proven that?"
I don't know if he's proven it, but they're looking pretty damn good now, aren't they? And yet you won't touch that with a 10-foot pole in your comparison to Joe Douglas. Man, just be honest. That's all I'm asking. Just be honest. It's just the vendetta, which is clearly driven by someone else against Brian Gutekunst, is fucking ridiculous. That's all. It's pretty cut and dry on my end.
I mean,
I like that, Corey.
It's hard to ask someone to be honest when they're driven by someone who's not honest. So,
it's a fair point. It's a fair point. I don't know. I'm sorry you broke up. You're gonna have to try me on FaceTime there, Corey. If you could, that'd be great. Let's get to the super chat, shall we?
Also, I do want to say AJ Hawk in that one clip, he cannot. He's I watched AJ Hawk in the first clip, and he's kind of I don't. He can. I can.
Right.
I can feel AJ Hawk's Packers legacy slipping. I can see in his mind. He's
right.
That's my team, It's just so funny because it's they make Ty to be the Packer fan, but it's it should be AJ Hawk, in my opinion. It's just weird. It's just so weird.
Well, yeah, AJ's the professional, and I get it. And look, I like Ty a lot. I think he does.
Is he
great
the professional
on that program?
What is he a professional at?
Who, AJ?
He doesn't even
He's a
talk on that
professional
program.
player.
I talk more than
Sure
fucking
he
AJ
does.
Hawk on the program, bro. He literally sits there
We're
and
gonna
smokes a cigar. Oh, I want AJ Hawk to fucking hate me. AJ Hawk isn't even one of the best linebackers of the Green Bay Packers. I don't give a fuck about AJ Hawk, okay? I would love AJ Hawk to call me a 50-year-old weirdo. I'm not even 50 years old. I don't give a fuck. Don't even get me started on fucking AJ Hawk. He should be sticking up for the Packers. He's a Packers. If you're a Packers legend, you shouldn't sit there and take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and look all uncomfortable. Fucking stick up for your team. We're gonna put you in the Packers Hall of Fame. You're gonna be in this building right here. You're part of 1265 legacy. You won a Super Bowl with the fucking team. Stand up.